Alrighty, it looks like we are officially live, kicking off the second season of #Evolve Competition Prep Series with Pennsylvania DECA. Before we get started, I would like to give a shout out to our wonderful alumni in the audience right now. Of beautiful. One second here. All right. So without further ado, I would like to begin. Welcome to our pilot episode of #Evolve Competition Prep Series. My name is Max Lucas. I am the current serving Pennsylvania DECA president, and it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you our first episode on how to have a DECA-tastic year. So, without further ado, I would love to present to you this year's theme. This year, we decided to go with Defying Gravity with Pennsylvania DECA. We wanted a theme that matched the limitless potential of our members, and we found that Defying Gravity with Pennsylvania DECA truly embodied that ideal. So now, without further ado, I would like to introduce a little bit about the competition prep, or the #Evolve Competition Prep Series and its purpose. We will be airing Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, monthly, on the last Monday of the month. Some of the benefits our viewers can expect this year are wonderful guests from across the nation, possibly even including our executive president, Jaron May. During the process of watching our extremely advantageous competition prep series, our members will have the opportunity to network live with other aspiring professionals and peers throughout the state and internationally. Also, while that is going on, not only will they be interacting with their peers, they'll also have the opportunity to directly chat with state association officers in real time. So now, without further ado, I would like to pass it over to Alyssa George to talk a little bit about what's going on at the state level.
Hi, everybody. So like Max said, I'm Alyssa George. I'm your Vice President of Communications this year. So I just wanted to touch on a few things to start off the year. So like he said, our state conference theme is Defying Gravity with PA DECA. And this year we're going to use the hashtag all the way up, and we're also going to use the usual hashtag PA DECA. So this year at our summer planning conference, the officers decided on Alex's Lemonade Stand as our state charity. And coming up in October, our VP of Community Outreach, Liv Daniels, she will be coming on and speaking more with you about that. So coming up, we have some really important days, so open up your ears, grab a pen and paper, and write them down maybe. So the Power Trip is in Philadelphia this year, and we really are encouraging our PA DECA members to go to that. It is November 10th through the 12th. And also very close to that date, November 15th, our membership is due. Fun time of the year, everybody looks forward to it, our state conference. Our state conference this year is February 21st through the 23rd. And then if you haven't heard, ICDC this year is in Atlanta, Georgia, and that will happen April 21st through the 24th. So now I would like to pass it on to Miss Emily, and she will tell you further about today's episode.
Hi, everyone. As Alyssa said, I'm Emily, and I'm the District 3 representative. And here, as we head back into the school year, I have some back-to-school tips and some healthy habits you can get into this year as we start school again. So I'm encouraging everyone to promote DECA within your school. DECA Inc. produces a ton of information and helpful content that can be utilized to achieve this. You can see this on the National DECA website, their Twitter, Instagram, and their DECA Direct catalog, all sorts of platforms that produces a ton of cool things such as membership videos and funny tweets and just a lot of great things that'll get people to want to join DECA. Similarly to promoting DECA, you want to aim your efforts to recruiting new members this year and setting goals for your chapter. When you're recruiting new members, I would say to look towards the underclassmen, the freshmen who don't really know what DECA is yet, and encourage them to join this amazing organization. Also, when you create goals for your year, I would suggest setting goals that are reasonable and maybe setting a reach goal too. That way you can work towards your goals throughout the year. You can see how close you are to achieving them. And then at the end of the year, you can review them and see how you did. Another important thing I would suggest is to make sure you know your DECA. So when somebody asks you what DECA is, you have a solid answer aside from any other funny stories or cool things that you want to tell them that you've personally experienced. The DECA tagline is DECA prepares emerging leaders and entrepreneurs in marketing, finance, hospitality, and management in high schools and colleges around the globe. So that's just something that you can share with everybody as you go back to school. Some healthy habits that I would suggest and encourage everyone to try and get into this year are practicing the following things. Number one for me is time management. Knowing how to manage your time helps you academically, professionally, in your life in general, and in DECA. It just improves efficiency overall. Time management is easily achieved by identifying the most crucial task you have and completing it and tackling it first. So I personally write down a list, I think, of things I want to do. There's a lot of great apps that you can develop on your phone that you can check off throughout the day, things that you've accomplished, and that way that you've efficiently managed your time. Another thing that's important throughout the school year is effectively studying. Everyone knows that it's important to study, but you want to make sure that you're doing it effectively. That way you're retaining the information. I suggest studying for shorter periods of time over several days because I think that this will help you remember information better than just studying all at once right before an event in DECA or an important exam. If you spread out your studying, I think it's easier to retain the information you're trying to learn. Also, something that's very important is asking for help. When you ask for help and you're struggling and you're confused, it makes you a better learner. It shows that you're being a responsible student by reaching out to others. And sometimes when you reach out to other people, they'll explain things to you in a way that you didn't think of before. They introduce you to new ideas, and that way you'll ultimately uncover a solution to your problem.
Thank you so much, Emily. So now at this point, we've reached the exciting, interactive, world-changing portion of the #Evolve Competition Prep series. At this point, feel free to ask any/all questions you want right now. And if you're watching our show post when it is live, or you really don't feel like putting yourself out there, feel free to tweet any of us at any point. We will answer you directly, quickly. So, going off some of the pre-submitted questions that we got earlier today from our avid fans, the first thing I want to ask to the lovely Alyssa George is, when is the state conference?
So the state conference this year is February 21st through the 23rd.
Thanks, Alyssa. I appreciate it. Way to be on it. So next, I have another question submitted from one of our wonderful members of Pennsylvania DECA, and that is, how do I start a chapter?
Okay, so a great way to start a chapter is to reach out to one of us. We're really happy to help you. You can tweet at us, PA DECA, email us. You can find our contacts on the PA DECA website, and we'll direct you to your district representative, so somebody who lives close to where you live. And that way they can get you more information about starting a chapter and help you out. But one thing I want everyone to be aware of is that when you start a chapter, you need to have a teacher or some faculty member in your school and 10 other students that are willing to participate in DECA to start a chapter.
All right, fantastic. So the next question that we had pre-submitted from our avid viewers is, why should they join DECA? Now, I think everybody has a point for this, but Alyssa, if you want to start.
Yeah, sure, of course. Wow, so this is a very broad topic. My main thing for joining DECA is it's really going to prepare you for everything in life. Whether you're thinking of going on to college or you're going straight into your workforce, it has something for everybody, and you're always going to meet professionals, and you're going to feel more prepared than just going straight into an open blind interview. If you're in DECA, you're going to know how to prepare yourself for this interview, and you're going to know how to present yourself to business professionals that you might not necessarily know. And also, one of the main things, it builds your confidence like crazy. So if anybody else wants to go ahead.
Absolutely, sure, I'll go next. So I would tell everyone to join DECA because DECA takes you places. through DECA, we have the state conference where we've been in Hershey, PA. We are hosting our power trip in Philadelphia this year, which is really exciting for the state of Pennsylvania. And we have the ICDC conferences where we've gone to cities such as Nashville, Anaheim this past year, and we're going to Atlanta this upcoming year. And then even as a state officer and some of my other state officers, we had the opportunity to go to Capitol Hill this past summer where we advocated for career technical education, all because of our involvement in DECA. So these are just some of the opportunities that DECA has really given us.
Absolutely. From seeing walruses at the Orlando Zoo to riding roller coasters in Anaheim, California. Honestly, when it comes down to the facts, DECA is straight up fun. And not only does it help you become a professional and build your future into a stronger one than the one you currently have, it is honestly a very good time and a great experience, and there is no reason not to be involved. So now, looking at some other user submitted questions, we got a couple more. Our biggest question we got is, what is new to the PA DECA conference this year?
All right, so I know up and coming this year with the state conference, we have different things. Like this year, I do believe that our community outreach group, they are going to continue on with our state t-shirts. Am I correct, Emily, on this one?
We are, yes. We're still going to be selling finalist t-shirts at states this year that will benefit our state charity. Last year, we did the Drake themed If You're Reading This, I Won t-shirt. That was a big hit. Lots of people loved it. And we're going to try and top that this year.
Absolutely. So another thing to keep in mind with that, this year, our state conference is looking to include an app in our experience that is going to be a new, more comprehensive, more engaging app that will be a great opportunity for all of the members that are attending. It'll help our networking capabilities and our opportunities. However, you may be wondering if some of your favorite things from previous years at states are going to be coming back. And I can promise you there will be a DECA dance, and I can promise you it'll be a good time. So whatever you may have in mind, just keep in mind that PA DECA is going to have the best state conference it's ever had this year, and we're excited to have you there. So has anybody else received any questions? I'm looking on the chat right now. Pardon the minor short break situation. We're just looking for some questions. So it looks like we are coming to a conclusion tonight. There doesn't seem to be any other questions in our presentation. Thank you to everyone who came out tonight. We look forward to seeing you next month in our next episode of #Evolve Competition Prep. Thank you so much for coming out. With that, we conclude the episode.